Hello, my name is Robert Turner, and I'm putting forward my theory as to what happened with the final shot that killed President Kennedy. And in short, I believe it was one of these two figures pictured here. They can be seen on the grass behind the presidential car. And this is seconds before the actual shooting. People think that these two figures are two particular people. They believe that the person in red is somebody called Jean Hill, and the person in blue is somebody called Mary Moorman. I believe that they are probably men dressed up or pretending to be those people and have concealed weapons on their clothes and bodies. The person in blue is supposedly taking photographs with a camera to her face. But if you look closely at the right hand, or the supposed right hand, it does indeed seem to be artificial. The hand has no fingers, and the arm comes up at a strange angle from below, and also when you look at the red figure, that person looks very strange and seems to be wearing a mask, I think. Anyway, I've been sent some high-resolution images that were taken from the original 35mm slides taken from the 8mm film of the Zapruder film, and look at those with Adobe Photoshop. This is that person's supposed right arm again, and various shapes have been brought out and changed colour, but I'm sure that's enough to show that that's not a real arm, but some sort of artificial thing that I think is also part of a frame, and on that frame are one or more concealed weapons. Here's looking again at the blue figure, and you can also see some things picked out in that person's hair, and also at the top of the chest, which of course is very strange. What's even stranger is there seem to be roughly similar shapes when you look at the red figure's face. Like this. So they've been all brought out with different colours, so the colours are a little bit different between the two figures. But again, you see in that dark hair signs of some sort of gadget, which of course is a very suspicious thing given the position of these figures in that place and at that time. Here's something from the red figure, and I've brought out in just one colour something from the clothing there, and again these seem suspicious shapes to be seeing in these circumstances. Possibly a gun at the top, possibly two guns, and some sort of harness, perhaps. So, summing up, I think that all of these things put together make up for something very, very suspicious. And so, as well as these strange shapes, the videos at the time show some strange demeanour of these two figures. They're very still for most of the time, and they seem to be concentrating, but from time to time they make actual movements, perhaps which seem to be perhaps tracking the president. I haven't mentioned Colin McLaren's book, JFK, The Smoking Gun. He suggests that the fatal shot was of a different kind to that fired from a sniper rifle from the Texas Bookstore Depository, which was situated somewhere behind and a little to the right, and that the fatal bullet seemed to come from behind and to the left. He thought that was from a Secret Service agent who had discharged his weapon by mistake. I think that's unlikely, but of course this is where these figures are. Also, that Gene Hill's account of what happened is strange, with a lot of things that seem to differ from real events. And of course, the famous Mary Moorman photograph that the figure in blue was supposed to be taking, some people believe that was actually taken from a different position, which of course would make sense, and that perhaps she was given that photograph from somebody nearby. And more on that later. And then the sounds of gunshots that you get in the French video on YouTube, and the two gunshot-like noises seem to come at exactly the same time that these two figures would choose to fire, because there's only certain times when they could fire and not hit either the motorcycle outriders or Jackie Kennedy. Anyway, that's my theory. I hope to say more about my what this means if it is true on another clip, and more details on this website, www.robsdataservices.co.uk. Thank you.